Do you know how Streeterville got its name? It all started with a guy named Captain Streeter. There's the legend of Captain Streeter, and then there's the reality of Captain Streeter. The legend of Captain Streeter is that he was the captain of this boat, that on a delivery to Chicago, he ran it ashore. Sand and dirt and everything started accumulating around his ship, and it formed a whole landmass, and he named it his own independent United States country of Streeterville, of which he named himself the Emperor. But let me tell you now the truth about Captain Streeter. Captain Streeter actually wasn't a real captain. He owned a circus, but he had the great idea that he wanted to buy a boat so he could run guns down to Central and South America. But then he realized that the gas prices were too high. So he intentionally grounded his ship onto a sandbar right there. But now you see there's a whole landmass just east of Lake Michigan, of which they have lots of buildings on. That's not natural land. That's all landfill from the Great Chicago Fire, in the late 1800s. And so Captain Streeter took advantage of this, and he started charging people to actually dump the landfill around his boat. And then that actually started accumulating sand and dirt and everything till it did form a landmass. But he did this intentionally. He was probably one of the greatest scam artists in Chicago history. Because then what he started doing was he started building shanties. He was running alcohol. He was running prostitution. He was running gambling out there in what is now known as Streeterville, claiming that it is his own. All of the wealthiest individuals that owned their mansions right there, he was now blocking their view of the lake. And he, of course, thought he was going to get paid off millions for this. So the truth is, Streeterville is actually landfill intentionally created by Captain Streeter in an attempt to scheme and swindle the wealthiest of Chicago out of their money. I'm Charlie Thurman. I love the city of Chicago. I love the rich history of the city of Chicago. If you have any legal questions involving an injury, just give me a call, because Chicago chooses Charlie. Next time you want to brag about living in Streeterville, I want you to remember why it's actually named Streeterville.